Hey, what's going on, guys? Repeat here, and tonight we are back with the NNR Truck Series. We're going to be live from the Lady in Black, Old Darlington Mountain. What's happening? Hell yeah, that's right. We are going to be live here. We'll have about kind of a small field tonight. A lot of people not really feeling the whole Darlington vibe. They wanted to try to stay away from those stripes, I guess. But man, it's the last race of the it's the last race of the regular season. After tonight, a lot of these points are going to shrink. Going to be all new contenders, all new players. We're going to start the round of 16. Next week, we're going to visit Kansas, but tonight it's all about Darlington. The track too tough to tame, self-cleaning, off turn 3, off. I mean, it's. It's. I'm sorry. Going into turn 3, coming off turn 4, it's gonna be a hell of a time. I'm looking forward to it. Again, because it's a short field, we're gonna get right into our national anthem. They should be able to get qualifying done in about 2 rounds, so pretty quick. Mountain, if you're free and you want to come up and say, hey, the back door to the booth is always open to you, sir. It'd be good to have you. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, let's welcome old Madison Rising. They still allow us to use their version of the national anthem at the onset or the start of every NNR Series race. Please stand and remove your hats. Madison Rising.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallant another phrase in the home of
All right, and again, one big thank you to Madison Rising for allowing us to use the national anthem to kick off our NNR series races. Again, it's going to be the trucks tonight from Old Darlington. Tell you that lady in black, she's going to have about 15 to 20. I think it's actually right around 15 trucks on track tonight to try to tame her wicked ways. But again, big thank you to Madison Rising. Guys, head on over to Spotify and look up Madison Rising, or go over to YouTube and look them up there. Also, if you're a fan of just the lead singer's voice, in the last little while, Dave Bray, who's the lead singer there, he actually went his own separate way from Madison Rising. He started up his own little gig. He's called Dave Bray USA. He's got a pretty good set of songs online. Performs a lot of ceremonies and just ball games, things like that. But I also want to give a big thank you to the one and only NNR Asbel. Looks like he recently created a brand new Twitch channel and followed us, as well as Ridge Runner 315. If you're out there, thank you very much for the follow. Appreciate it as well. Well, guys, it has been a wicked beginning to and middle, and getting closer and closer to the end of the 2020 NNR season. Tonight is the last night of the regular season. There's nobody here that's going to catch Watt in points, so Watt will leave Darlington with the regular season championship. Congratulations, Watt. Looking forward to seeing what you're going to be able to do here in the postseason as the chase gets started. And I tell you what, as the chase gets started, I created something a little bit ago that shows me where to go. Sorry, there. Okay, that's for next week's race. That's not it. That's not it. Where to go? There we go. Here are the upcoming checks for the chase. Cowboy Matt, what's happening, man? Yeah, there's going to be a lot of great throwbacks. Joker to Pablo, thank you very much for checking in once again tonight. Thank you very much again for the follow last week. I'm going to check back in with our drivers. I'll have King Outbreak up tonight. I'll have Carol up tonight, and I'll also have the one and only Swats to kind of feed off of, to keep an eye on what's happening on track. There's a couple of Dale Jr. throwbacks. There's a Kyle Busch throwback. There's a Jimmy Johnson throwback. There's quite a few out there, and it's gonna be nice to see them all on track. We'll just a little bit. We'll find out who's able to snag that pole. It looks like they are done qualifying. Everybody's heading back to the lobby here in just a second. Let me see. Cowboy Matt, I was wondering why you said you weren't sure if you're going to be able to race, if you're going to be awake or not. Well, man, I definitely hope you're all right. At least you're home, you're on the mend. And you know that everybody here wishes you very well in a speedy recovery, and we'll see you when you're able to return, sir. But so yeah, if you look at the top of the screen now, you see Kansas, Watkins Glen, Bristol, and Indianapolis. All those very fun tracks to race. That makes up the first round of the NNR Chase this year. We kick it off next week at Kansas. After that, it's going to be the road course at Watkins Glen, the short track of Bristol, and then Indy. I mentioned many times throughout this season so far that anybody that is able to grab the championship this year, nobody's going to walk into it. Everybody that wins the championship at the very end, when all is said and done in Atlanta, they are going to earn it. 4 different types of tracks, 3 different stages, 12 more weeks after tonight. It's just ramping up. Points are going to be reset. Everybody's going to get a whole lot closer. You could see positions change on the fly. So it's going to be a lot of fun. But yeah, they're back in the lobby, getting one final pep talk from the one and only Carol. Sure, going over where they can pull off to enter their pit stall. From what I hear, they can go just about 28 or 29 laps on a tank of gas if they've got the tire to go that far. That's a big if. I'm not sure if all y'all follow Boehner on Twitch. He did about an hour to an hour and a half stream just a few days ago. And he tried all different presets, a bunch of different tire pressure combinations, grill tape, wedge. I mean, he went through them all. And I think the best he got was to about 3 laps before he had to go in on gas before actually I think it was a car before the car got wicked loose. So yeah, I think people are going to be pitting for tires just a few laps short for gas, depending on if they put the time in to really test it out. So we'll have to see. Before any of these guys can race, they've got to run. What is it, like 40 something laps, 30 laps, 40 laps, if I'm not mistaken, in order to show that they put in the time, they've done what they've needed to do in order to race. And a lot of these guys really take pride in racing in NNR, just like I do for broadcasting them. I wouldn't want to be anywhere else, just like I told HD and Stout and a few others over the last several weeks. I'm very proud to be affiliated with NNR, and I would not want to be anywhere else. So as I look at the feed for the one and only King Outbreak, he's actually got a camera on himself. You can kind of watch him, see what he's doing, see how he's feeling, see how he's getting all amped up, ready to roll. I was watching him before qualifying, and he's shaking out his hands and rubbing them together. I saw you there, Outbreak. I saw you if you're watching or catching the stream, but it's gonna be a lot of fun. It is a day track for the trucks, so the races during the day. Although I'm sure a lot of these trucks would look much better under the lights. Just waiting on that ever important invite from Carol now. It shouldn't be too long. It looks like they've got about 30 seconds on the clock. Okay, I just hope that Carol remembers me. He forgot me once, and it scarred me ever since. So we'll have to see if he remembers. 20 seconds on the clock. You know what? I'm going to go down into the Team Comms channel and harass Carol right now. Stand by. Hey, y'all, don't forget me. There it is. Thank you, Carol.
I did not select shit.
All right. So, all right, let's get back here, and they are loading in. So I'm going to go ahead and get loaded in. They should take their one pace lap. Again, guys, at the top of the screen, you see the NNR Challenge Around and what tracks are going to be upcoming. It's Kansas, Watkins Glen, Bristol, and Indianapolis. You see the schedule on the bottom right for Kansas next week. Trucks next Sunday night right around 9 o'clock. Xfinity on Tuesday night between 8:30 and 9. And then, of course, the Cup Series on Thursday when I get to hang out with the one and only HD Motorsports, as we call these Cup guys around here. And as far as the Xfinity and the Cup Series goes, that championship is actually still up for the regular season. We'll have to see who's able to see if anybody's able to steal the Xfinity one from Boehner or the Cup regular season championship from CGMX Rose, who's come on very strong as of late. Yuma, good to see you, sir. This is it's all about the trucks here tonight at Darlington. So strap yourself in. It's gonna be a good time. I didn't hit the daggone menu to get into the track, so here we go. They should just be on their pace lap, getting ready to take the green. I might have to make this very short once we find out who your pole sitter is. But yeah, I believe the first stage is 40 laps. Second stage is about 39 laps, And the last one, of course, takes us to that final black and white checker. And here we are, loading in. All right, so it looks like it's going to be the 8 of Asbo, the 33 Old Main to his outside, 88 of Watt right behind his main competition so far this year, Asbo. Then you got the 64 of Exclusively Elite, Alpha York, Blessed Hands, Fatless Dig, and we are under green here in the NNR Truck Series, live from Darlington. The track too tough to tame. There we go. Let's see if anybody's going to be to this lady in black tonight. See if anybody bounces off these walls. Maybe where they have to repaint them come the Xfinity Series. But right now, it looks like it's all pretty single file. It's going to be a lot of give. The passing zones at this track are not very easy. You're really going to have to show that you've got that preferred line. I think if anybody's going to maybe check up for you, it looks like Fatless Dig going to try to go down to where that apron's a little slick. You could probably pull it off here in the trucks. Not so easy to do in the Xfinity or the Cup Series. 75 is going to try to look past that 64. Here comes the 00 of old Blessed Hands. Let's kind of work our way around here. It's the 12 of Double J, King Outbreak, Lil Tank in that 5, NNR Swats. There's old Spurl. By the way, got to give a big thank you to the one and only Spurl. Last week during the Cup race, he threw out a challenge saying if you can pick who the winner of the race was going to be before the end of stage 2, he would give $10 credit towards the NNR apparel site. So nnrleague.com, scroll all the way down on the main page. That's where the Zazzle tab is. They've got everything there from polos, t-shirts, hoodies, wall clocks, throw pillows, playing cards, all kinds of stuff. I see a guy down there on the apron, but because it's off the racing surface, I'm going to guess we're going to stay under green, so I'm going to keep going through the field here. Here's a 90 old Papa Bear. There's Asbel in his very, very familiar position with the 88 of Watt racing behind. Now, I talked to Watt a little bit earlier by Twitch, or by Twitter rather, and he was playing double duty, and he won his earlier race, and he's coming in here with a pretty good attitude. He loves this track, ready to get it on. But right now, Asbel he's got that clean air. It looks like he's got a line. He's back in this corners way up, try to excel coming off the corner, which will help you with a bit of a long run car. Here's the 33 of Trippy Main running P3 right now, right behind that 88. And again, Watt in P2, he will be, this guy right here, he will be our regular season champion. There's nobody in here that can catch him in points. I think Asbel's like 190 something behind. So it's going to be, no matter how this race ends tonight for Watt, it's all about bonus points starting next week when we get to Kansas, when all the points are reset. So I'm going to keep working my way through the field. Pretty big gap right there between first and second. Also back to third. There's you got the 64 of Exclusively Elite. I know last week I believe it was his aunt or uncle chimed into the channel, wishing this young man well. And so far so good, sitting right around P6. 75, Fatless Dig, your winner from just a couple short weeks ago at Dover. Had a pretty dominant car. He definitely showed that he was the class of the field, walked away on many occasions. Tonight, right now, he could just be biding his time, waiting for somebody to mess up. He does have a pack of 4 just in front of him. Hey, one of them scrubs the wall. We know how tight these corners are. Maybe he can capitalize and move on up. Here's the 12 of Double J. He's the car that truck that we saw spinning through the infield earlier. Not sure if it was off a contact or what exactly it was, but he's definitely going to need that pit stop here pretty soon to fix up this damage as quickly as possible. and talk about guys that are as quick as possible. How about the one and only Rock NASCAR? Hello to you too, sir, and good luck to everybody. Rock, I tell you what, we will have a regular season champion tonight in the 88 Watt Racing, old Kobe, and we'll be talking to him a little bit later on. There's a 5 Little Tank. Little Tank sitting pretty good in points as well. As you see them scroll across the bottom. Right now, Little Tank is sitting in P3 in points. About 191 behind the 88 of Watt Racing. Again, nobody's going to catch Watt. Tonight's race for Watt is really all about bonus points. After they, so once they reset going to Kansas, he really doesn't, he's gonna start, if I'm not mistaken, in P2 right behind Aswell. I think Aswell had like 29 bonus points, and Watt had 12 or 14, something like that. So while it's close, it's probably not as close as Watt would like, but man, you can't take anything away from the guy. He's had a stellar regular season. Here's a 9 of Carroll. Carroll's running that old Gray Ghost paint scheme that Dale Jr. ran during his throwback. And I tell you what, that actually looks pretty good. The picture that he put in to be able to race tonight really didn't do it any justice. That truck looks a lot better on track than it did on my phone. So great job, Carroll. That truck really looks good. Want to thank everybody that's checking into the stream right now. Please, if you're new to NNR, this is the best default or preset series on Xbox, hands down. I'll say every week proudly. I'm sure you probably have heard of NNR, but please go on up and smash that follow. Hit the subscribe if you can. Hit the notification so you know every time we go live. Tonight, it's all about the trucks as we start to see the green flag pit stops kicking off, which means probably midway between Stage 1 and Stage 2. I'll go ahead and get us a lap count here in just a second. So the trucks are on Sunday night, usually start right about 9 o'clock. Xfinity is on Tuesday. They start between 8:30 and 9. And then on Thursday night with the Cup Series, 9 o'clock p.m. All times are Eastern. And it's always a great time by all. Again, Aswell, I know you're out there on the track, but if you go back and you watch the stream later, thank you very much for the follow. And Ridge Runner 315, if you're there, thank you also for the follow while the channel was offline just about an hour ago. All right, couple cars look like trucks. I said it again, cars. Couple trucks get loose, trying to get down to pit road. Let me see. Yep, nope, I didn't forget about that at all, Shad. I mentioned that just a little bit ago. Watt's got bonus points, and Aswell's got bonus points. Pretty much anybody that I believe won stages and wins. So I could be wrong about the stages, but anybody that's got at least one win, they've got bonus points heading into the postseason, which starts next week at Kansas. It's going to be It's going to be a lot of fun. Got a lot of very good tracks coming up. We're going back to Kansas the second time. It's going to be the first road course since the Roval. Then we go back to Bristol, and then of course the big old 2-mile Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Man, that's going to be it's going to be a great time. Thank you, Rock. Appreciate that. Yeah, those are the tracks coming up. It's going to be a lot of fun. Uh-oh. But yeah, there's keep kind of going through. There's Alpha York. Blessed Hands. 75 Fatless Dig. I think Fatless was actually the first one to head down pit road and grab 4 brand new Mr. Feelgoods and a full tank of gas. I'm going to go ahead and actually pull up a couple of streams here and grab us a quick lap count. The first stream I'll check will be that of King Outbreak. Um, and when he comes across the start finish line, I'll go ahead and grab us a lap count. Right now he's on the back. There's King Outbreak right behind. I want to say that is the 60. That's the 64 right there. So Outbreak looks like he's having a pretty good race, and we've got 20 laps left here in stage one. Again, they can go about 29 laps on a tank of fuel, so that's probably why you saw those guys uh, getting, making their turn down pit road right there. They can make 29 laps on fuel, but they cannot make 29 laps um, on their tire. Or at least I haven't seen anybody do it. And again, I know Boehner did a lot of testing, and he wasn't able to do it either. So let's keep going through. There's the 5 of Little Tank. Little Tank's actually pitting a lot later than everybody else, so he's definitely going to have the freshest tires as we get closer to the end of this stage. Everybody will take 4 tires on every pit stop. There's no short pitting there's no just fuel and right sides or anything like that. As you see him on still on pit road here, it's all about it's all about the grip here. Let's keep going through. There's 19 is Spurl. I think that's a 19. Not quite. Looks like a 9. It could be a 7. There's the 9 of Carroll, though, again running the old gray ghost paint scheme. He did really well on that. I got to give him a lot of credit. Here's 16 old Bot plays. Bot was actually the one that picked the more smoke to win the Cup race last week at Daytona. He actually picked him in the very, very beginning of the race. He didn't wait until closer to the end of stage 2 to kind of gauge who was where and whatnot. I think he picked him in like the first 5 minutes of the race. So great call by Bot. Won himself a $10 credit towards the NNR League.com apparel store. So it'd be interesting to find out what he grabs, whether it's a pillow or a polo, maybe a T-shirt, hoodie, golf balls if he's into that. Who knows? But here comes Asvel off pit road, back down the middle of the backstretch, going through 3 and 4, and he's got right around the same amount of lead that he had on Watt Racing before. There's the 88 of Watt now. Looking forward from Watt as he starts the start finish line. Let's kind of keep let's take a lap here with Watt Racing as he gets around. He should have pretty decent tires, so we'll kind of keep an eye on his where he's letting up, and you'll be able to know that by the sound of the motor and see where he's getting back on again, all by the sound of the motor. But as he gets to the start finish line, go ahead and crank it up. I tell you what, man, I hope you turned up that TV as loud as you could. I love the sound of these trucks as they're making their way around. It's a whole lot better than it was on Heat 3, where it just sounded like a lawnmower all hopped up on speed. It was just flat ridiculous. But thank you very much, Watt Racing, for for your onboard, and we'll definitely be talking to Watt at the end of the race to talk to our regular series champion and see exactly what he's got, what he thinks about his competition going into the postseason, and kind of talk to him a little bit. I haven't really talked to Watt very much. He's got, I believe, 3 wins under his belt. So, yeah, we'll kind of see where it goes. But let's see here. Keep going through. Shad says, seems fishy. Watt pit like 3 laps before Asbel and actually lost time. Shad, it could be the amount of speed that the two carried between the amount of practice they tried. Man, I don't know. I did hear a little bit about what you're kind of alluding to, and that is all taken care of, man. Asbel and all the admins, from what I gather, got together, had a pretty lengthy conversation, and everything was good. So we'll just leave it at that. But here's Double J in his 12. Looks like he got that. I'm gonna guess that when he went down pit road, he did fix as much damage as they could, but the game couldn't get the graphic on the truck just right. But I'm judging by the line he's carrying, I'm gonna guess that he's handling a whole lot better than that truck looks. Right now, I would think that thing would be plowing. 94, old King Outbreak, again allowing us to carry his onboard. We've also got Swats in here. I've got his stream up, as well as the 9 to Carroll. Speaking of Swats, there he is, rocking that 51 paint scheme. With the 17 right behind him, and then the 16. They're actually going to go door to door. There they are, door to door right behind this guy. A little bit of contact to the wall, a little bit of patience, a little bit of understanding, a little bit of give, a little bit of take. The 16 could have clearly pinched him up and made him ride that wall, maybe grab another Darlington stripe, but decided not to. Shock 199034. Thank you very much for the following, for the follow. Yes, Chad, I got you, buddy. Gotcha. I had that conversation too. But tonight it's all about these trucks. Darlington, the regular season championship is on the line tonight. Nobody is gonna catch Watt. Watt's got like a 190 point advantage over the next truck, and that's Asbel. So again, Watt's going to wrap up the regular season. Really looking forward to the postseason. We'll see how that duel turns out between the 1 and the 88 as time goes on. '90 old Pop Bear got a little bit of damage to the hood. Still looking like he's cruising pretty good. Might have to talk to old Pop Bear and see what he's got his wheel settings on. See if anybody's kind of guided this guy through. I tell you what, Pop Bear, he's not necessarily the fastest on the field, week in and week out, but he is, he's here every week. Lance 39 saying the difference is getting on and off pit road, and that is definitely very much an option. How much speed you're able to carry, how much you're able to crank that wheel without losing it. There's all kinds of factors, but I digress. Lance, if you're new to NNR, this is their truck series. Got about 15 trucks on track tonight. Not a lot of people, can't talk. Not a lot of people are big fans of the Lady in Black. I guess they'd rather take no points than lose points. I don't know, but man, these guys are still doing what they do best and running as hard as they can. As we look forward from that 88, looks like he's actually starting to reel a few guys in.
Hey, Pete, it's
Let's
Elite.
see. As I
Join.
pull up, hold on here. Thought I heard a little bit of talking there.
Yeah, it's Elite. Can I join you up in the booth? Lost connection.
Oh,
Third.
stand by, stand by. I'm sorry, who's that?
Elite.
Hey, Kobe, what's happening? Kobe, you got me? Hello?
It ain't Kobe.
Who's that?
Elite.
Oh, Elite.
Driver 64.
Oh, okay, gotcha. I'm sorry, I thought you said Kobe. I don't know why I thought that, but what's happening, man?
I was running up in third and lost connection, so I guess I'm gonna hop in and watch the race.
Yeah, be my guest. Do you need invite?
Yes.
All right, do me a favor, start up a party and send me an invite. I don't know if I actually have you on my friends list. No, I do. I remember you sent me a friend request. I didn't know who you were. Hold on 1 second. What is it? What looks like caution on track. Let me see real quick if that's okay. Yeah, that's the stage. So while I get a lead up in here, I'm gonna go ahead and take a quick commercial break. Y'all want to know how to follow NNR? Check this out.
Hey NNR fans, don't miss any of the action by following or subscribing to Repeat's Twitch channel. Turn on notifications and you'll always know when the best preset league on Xbox hits the track. Check out his YouTube channel too to see all of NNR's past races. Follow No Name Racing as well as Repeat 1975 and others on Twitter, and you'll never miss any of the action.
All right, guys, like I said, with these commercial breaks, you never miss any of the action on track. The first of the 2 stage breaks is complete. And here is your 2 title there's the party. I see it exclusive. Let me go ahead and get this underway as the 8 of Asbel is going to have that preferred line going down into turn 1. The 88 is going to fall in right behind. There's a 94 and then the double O of Blessed Hands. 88 is all over that back bumper of the 8 of Asbel. A little bit of contact in the back. Looks like they were able to save it, though. Looks like Watt's going to try to pull down. He's going to have the preferred line. Here comes the 88 of Watt with a power move to the inside. Who's going to have the throttle to pull the pass off the corner? Looks like Asbel's able to carry the momentum off. 88's going to fall back in line. Top 4 are starting to scoot away. All right, I'm going to go ahead and grab your party invite right now so we can get you in the game. There we go.
Yeah, it's disappointing. It's running third and then it just cut off.
Yeah, I know what that's like. I've been there. All right, Lance. So you're okay. Gotcha. Little brother Spurl. Awesome. Well, thanks for coming to check it out and support your little brother. Looks like we are under. I think we're under caution. Yeah, under caution this time for something on track. I'm going to guess that it's a little bit further in the back. Couldn't quite see what it was. Kind of getting Elite up in here to call this race and talk about some things. So Elite, I did notice that the field is getting pretty spread out. Hold on, let me back out of this party here. Don't need the echo. There we go. I did notice that the field was getting pretty. I did see you very, very much in contention. What was the racing like? What was the track like during the day versus the night?
It's a lot tighter during the day. That's really all it is. Outside line's a lot more preferred. You really just gotta take advantage and mess up.
Gotcha.
Best way to pass.
Well, it looks like somebody took advantage. Looks like maybe Asbel went in, said, "Yep, I'm gonna grab these tires because the double O of Blessed Hands was actually able to to start this time to lead the field back to green. The 33 of old Trip there, 75 of Fatless Dig, and then I believe that's the 8 trying to work his way back into 4th place. So you said that you were in P3 when you lagged out?
Yep.
All right. Now, was that? I know that you were pretty close to the front all for the entire, very very close to the entirety of the first stage. What kind of adjustments did you have to make in order not to get loose coming off the corners as the run went on?
Well, really, the only way to not get loose off the corner is just the way you drop the track. You can make adjustments with the right rear, the left sides, but it all comes down to how you exit off. You go too low, you'll hit the bump. You go too high, you'll hit the wall.
Yeah, we all know about that stripe that everybody gets here at Darlington. That's why I tweeted it out earlier. Even the best end up getting that stripe. One out of the 200 laps or whatever is ran at this place. Now the trucks, they run the 100% 2 times wear, full damage of the whole gambit. It's gonna be interesting to see if any of that damage lingers, and because you're trying to pull so hard to the left coming off of turn 2 so you don't get that stripe, I'm seeing quite a few with a little bit of oversteer, like watching the 25 right now of Alpha York. He just comes across the start finish line, but coming off at 2, you'll see him still steering to the left to avoid where the safer barrier sticks out there.
Yeah. You can't really do anything about oversteer. Just got to be easier on the wheel. Not really many adjustments you can do with that.
Gotcha. Well, looks like while Blessed Hands had his time in the sun, time in the clean air, the 8 Asbel in that rocket ship that he's got was able to make the pass for P1. He's gaining a little bit of distance on that 00 back to the 33 of old Trippy Main, and then let's see if we can't find out who's in 3rd or 4th there. Right ahead of King Outbreak. There's the 25 to the inside of King Outbreak right now. Great driving off the corner by those two, and actually they're 2x2. You got 25 and the 94, then you got the 88 and the 75 with the 5 of Lil Tank catching all this. But the 25 and 94, they came off of turn 2 double wide. That's not a very easy thing to do, but they made it look pretty simple.
Yeah. If you can hit with another invite when you can, it apparently didn't let me join the live party.
Okay, are you showing online?
And I tell you, I was hyped for this race too, and
Well, I know last week, who was it? I think your aunt or someone like that was all over chat rooting you on. That's pretty cool. It's kind of like Papa Bear's family. His son and daughter. Papa Bear lives in Randleman, North Carolina. Home of the Petties. And all of his family is far up north. But they tune into Twitch. They root on their old man. It's pretty cool to see see his family supporting him in something that he likes to do.
yeah, I usually get my parents usually watch it, and same with my girlfriend too tunes in now.
Nice. Yeah, I think that was the other one. You said you're showing online?
Yeah.
Maybe I should right there.
Yeah, I don't know why it didn't even give me the option to go into the live race.
I still actually don't see you. Send me another party invite, please. All right, but thank you.
If this don't work, then I'm Head off. Ain't.
All right. There we go. Invite you back to the game. All right, and there we've been watching the 17 of Spurl. Spurl is Lance 39's little bro, so he's here to check out. Spurl looks like he's got a pretty consistent truck. I don't really see him getting loose off the corner so much as some of the other guys. So looks like he's definitely put in the time to figure his truck and what it's able to do. Let me see here. There's the 16 of Bot Plays. And here comes the 95, old Papa Bear. Looks like he might have got back in the gas a little, or 90 rather, of Papa Bear. He actually spun it around coming off pit road, so Papa Bear's going to have to slowly but surely make his way back up on track. Be careful, blend into traffic.
Apparently this ain't gonna work. I'll just catch on it.
What's that?
It still ain't working, so I'll just catch on.
All right, man.
Kansas.
All right, buddy. Well, yeah, I'll see you then, and if I don't talk to you between now and then, good luck next week.
Appreciate it.
Yep, later. But keep going through. Here's the back to the 88 and the 75. They got a pretty good battle, trying to catch up to the 33 of Trippy Main. They are pretty close to each other, definitely within the draft. See the 88 of Watt Racing get very, very loose coming off the corner. Again, that is really turning to the left hard to make sure you're not hitting that wall where that safer barrier sticks out coming off the corner. 25, Alpha York. Let's go ahead and grab us a lap count here, courtesy of the one and only King Outbreak. As he came across the start-finish line there, we've got 18 laps left in Stage 2. So I'm going to guess we'll probably start to see a few more come down pit road here in just a little bit. I tell you what, I'm going to try something real quick. Hopefully this doesn't lock up my OBS. I want to show y'all the screen that I'm looking at when I look at King Outbreak's page. Let's see if this works right. There you go. That is King Outbreak really laying it down. He's got the camera. Look how focused he looks right now. He's really he's talking into his mic, into team comms, paying attention to his line, paying attention to his marks. He's got that Aris machine pretty hooked up. Actually, I'll go ahead and find him on chat, and we'll work my way back. There we go. That's not what I wanted. There we are. Okay. But yeah, that's pretty cool. And again, big thank you to King Outbreak for allowing me to tag along. There's a 5 little tank. I mentioned it just a minute ago that more than likely we would have some green flag pit stops starting up. I'm going to actually go ahead and find our current leader, which is the 8 of Asbill. I know I said the 1 earlier, but no, definitely the 8. And as he comes across start-finish line, I would imagine that knowing that more and more people are going to start going down pit road, he's got to see trucks merging back up, knowing that they're pitting, knowing that they'll be able to make up some time on him. Even though he's got a pretty good lead on second place right now, as we actually look back from him. Actually, there's the 33 of Trippy Main. I'm sorry, the 00 rather of Blessed Hands. Looks like Blessed is going to be able to go ahead and grab that point. Now, there's no sense in trying to save gas. Everybody has to pit in between the stages. You might be able to try to save a little something as you get into stage 3, but there's really no sense in trying to save anything in stage 2. What's up, Bot Fusion? It's going pretty good, sir. Good to see you. The 8 truck of Aswell has really been on point tonight. Been a couple of different leaders. Watt led a few. Asbel's been up front the most of it. Blessed Hands, I believe, just took the lead from the 8 truck. So the 8's got to be thinking about making his way down pit road here pretty soon. He's got to be really, really loose right about now. But I tell you what, as you listen to his truck, it sounds like he really is trying to save some gas. He's definitely not full throttle going down the straightaways. And as I check back in with King Outbreak, he's running in P6 right now. I can tell you that Watt Racing is running in P3, and as he comes across start-finish line, there's 11 laps to go. I don't think Asbel or any of these guys can make it on fuel. You're gonna make the switch to iRacing, huh? Well, man, I wish you a lot of luck. It's definitely a switch. I've got it myself. I kind of let my subscription lapse. When I got it, not a whole lot of people from NNR were on there just yet, but with more and more joining, I'll probably be renewing that here pretty soon. I know Mountain, he just bought a gaming computer, so he's on there. Cowboy's on there, Carol's on there, Striker's on there, Horn's on there, Coey's on there. I mean, HD's on there. There's a whole host of NNR members, community members that are on there that run very, very often. So it'll definitely be worth it. I was watching the 8 truck of Asbel really catch the tail end of the 00. Blessed Hands going to go ahead and let him go. I'm wondering if maybe the 88 just heated up his tires too much as he gets on by the 90 of Papa Bear. Bod Fusion says, I'm a dirt racer through and through. I like asphalt, but I want to race some dirt, man. I don't blame you. I don't blame you one bit. Again, Ridge Runner and Shock, thank you both very much for the follow. Please be sure to go on up and slam that notifications button down so you know anytime NNR goes live after tonight's race, after we crown the truck regular series champion, which again will be the 88 of Watt Racing. We'll be back on Tuesday night with the Xfinity guys, where that battle for the regular season championship is a lot tighter. While Boehner's got it, his competition is actually still pretty close. We're going to keep working our way through here a little bit. I know Asbel is still up there. Maybe he pit. Maybe I missed him. But keep going through. Here's the 88 of Watt Racing. Watt still right now running in P3. Here's 64 of Elite. We were just talking to him here in the booth. Got one of the virtual blown motors. Very unfortunate. He definitely had a pretty strong car. He said he blew up when he was running P3. So there's 25 Alpha York. It's pretty cool throughout the season to think about all these guys that run in NNR right now that started off watching the stream, just like a lot of you guys, and here we are now. We're talking about them. So if you're a right fit, you got a good head on your shoulders. You got great track awareness. You can hold the line. You know how to set up a preset car. Maybe when NNR is looking for candidates for next season, maybe we'll be talking about you next. Who knows? But this season is locked down. But that doesn't mean that you can't hang out with me here in the stream, and we can't chat about the drivers and the competition and all that. I'm looking forward to starting the chase and starting it here pretty soon. As I watch I was just checking on Outbreak stream to get us a lap count. He's actually working his way down pit road right now. 12 with Double J. Looks like he's got that truck all fixed up. Earlier, definitely had some damage. Not sure if his damage came from contact with someone else or not, but looks like his pit crew got that thing fixed up pretty well. As you see, the 94 outbreak back up on track, able to merge in, no traffic issues. Again, we got about 15 trucks on track tonight. There's the 5 little tank, and he's just coming out of the pits right now. So with all that happening, I'm going to guess that Asbel, there now, down on pit road. Let's see this late in the run if he decides to just try 2 tires or 4 tires. It'll be interesting. 3, 2, and 1. You can kind of imagine his spotter counting him in. He's got the second pit stall in, and looks like he just went with maybe right sides and gas, orange gas. So his tires must be pretty phenomenal. Got a little bit of the gas, taking the job of Dan the Lawn Man there just a little bit, and there goes the 88 of Watt Racing on by. So I'm not 100% sure who our leader is right now. That kind of threw me off just a little bit, and I think we've only got about 2 laps to go. I'll verify that here in just a sec, but I can tell you that right now Asbel is in P3. Fatless Dig, King Outbreak, NNR Trip, and Alpha York are 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th respectively. So I'm going to go ahead and try to find, there's the 88 of old Watt Racing. I'm going to guess that either him or that truck that you see up there in front of him are your currenters. Not 100% positive. Well, no, there's the 33 of Trip, so he's not one of them. Trip got pretty close to that 94, and that is going to be the stage. So as King Outbreak's stage comes up for me, I'll get us a 1st through 10th, hopefully. He finished in P6. Okay, but no, guys, we're still trying to give away a car. What do you think? You think we can give it away, get 50 people here in chat? Check this out.
Hey NNR fans, get your hands on this Lowe's Motor Speedway 50th anniversary diecast that's signed by track owner Bruton Smith by watching repeats broadcast on Twitch. If we get over 50 live viewers on any stream, the diecast will be unlocked. The winner will then be determined by a trivia question selected by repeats. First to answer adds this sweet ride to their collection. Thanks for being the best fans around.
All right. There they are, wrapping up stage 2. It's actually Blessed Hands with Watt Racing coming in 2nd for that stage. So congratulations to Blessed on the stage 2 win. Here we are with the hood view of the 8 of Asbel, trying to follow in right behind the 00. The 88 up high, no contact, all clear. They're going to come off 1 and 2 side by side. The 88's going to make a little bit of contact. The 8 might have felt that was going to come and duck down just a little bit. 88's going to go ahead and try to run that low. No dice right there. Get back in the gas. Everybody is on 4 brand new tires, full tank of gas. I'm going to find out how many laps are here in the final stage as soon as King Outbreak or Carroll or Swats come across the line this time by. And looks like from King Outbreak stream, there are 51, so that would have been 52 laps here in stage 3. So the fight for first right now is still very much on with the 00 of Blessed Hands. The 8 of Asbel down low, no contact with the 00. Plenty of room there. 88 of Watt Racing, very, very close in tow. Then you got the 75. Oh, Fatless Dig, your Dover winner. 33 volt Trippy Main back there. 88, the 8 and 88 now nose to tail. Blessed Hand still on the outside. They're going to make this 3 wide. Or thought about it. 00 is going to go ahead and fall back in line. That allowed 4th place to really catch up. Fatless on the hunt. Right now, yeah, the 8 of Asbel back in 1st place. Now it's the 88 of Watt in P2. Again, that is your first and second place points holders. There we go. 8 of Asbel is in P2. 88 of Watt Racing will be your final regular season champion by a very, very large margin. But man, it's after tonight, it's really gonna get in because a lot of the points are gonna be resetting. Kind of work through the field here again. There's the 5 on the inside, the 12 of old Double J now. After he got that damage fixed, looks like he's sitting right around P8. Again, the 88 and the 8 up front. Double O of Blessed Hands in P3, 75. Fatless Dig looks like Double O made a little bit of contact with the wall. A little bit of evasive driving by the 75. Great hands, good heads-up driving by those guys. Able to avoid as much contact as possible. That could have been a lot uglier than it was. There's a pretty decent pack behind those guys. Able to hold on to it, check up, evade the truck in front and keep it green. Here's that 75 and Double O right behind him. '94 and the 33 are now side by side with the 5 a little tank, very, very close. Looks like the 94 King Outbreaks. He was on that inside quarter panel of the 33 of old Trip, and they were able to hold on to it. Trip definitely got a little loose off the corner. 94 with all kinds of pressure on that back bumper, not letting up, giving him a little bit of a push going into turns 1 and 2. Maybe trying to get him to make a mistake, push him in there maybe a little bit faster than he'd want to, have to make him check up just a little bit more through the center. But at the same time, that means that 94 would also have to check up. He does not want to run into the back of the 33, cause nose damage to the front of that 94. Right now, it looks really, really clean. Coming off the corner, 3 and 4, 94, 33 side by side. And looks like 94 is going to be able to take that position. Great racing. 5 little tank, a little bit of wall contact there with the 12 with Double J. Really, really close. 12 with Double J is going to have a little bit more momentum than that 5, but he also slapped that wall, broke a little bit of that stride. He's going to have to get it back going. Here's old 17 of Spurl again. 9 of Carroll, rocking that Gray Ghost Dale Jr. paint scheme. 16, 17, side by side. 9's going to go ahead and try to pass both of them. Nope, just able to get the 17 right there. Good heads-up attempt by the 9 there. 90 old Papa Bear again. Right now, here's the 8 of Asbill up front. Got about a 1 to 1.5 second lead right now on the 88 of Watt Racing. 33 of Trippy Main falling a little bit further back. Right now, it looks like it's going to be the 88 to 75 of Fatless Dig. Kind of looks like the 88 starting to reel in that 8 truck. Not sure if the 8 hit the wall or what the deal is, but let's actually ride on board, ride on the hood cam, see if he's able to get under the 8 and try to pressure him, if at all. Definitely sounded like right there, like he might be riding into the corner a little bit deeper, maybe tapping the brakes to set the nose to get back in the throttle a little bit earlier than the 8, because he definitely pulls the 8 in. There again, a little bit deeper into the corner where the 8 is checking up a little bit sooner. The 88 is trying to drive into the corner a little bit later. That just means that the 8, as you see right there, is able to grow a bigger gap on the 88, because the 88's having to check up longer because he's running into the corner later. But I don't second guess Watt Racing at all. He is the 2019 Cup Series champion. In fact, if you go back quite a ways in the NNR tweets, you'll actually find where the one and only Kenny Wallace sent out a tweet to Watt Racing, to NNR Smitty, and also to the Aviator for their championships last, which was really, really cool. Kenny Wallace was in the middle of the St. Louis airport and gave a big shout out. Nice, like a minute and a half second video to NNR. That was pretty cool to see. Chevy Fool 86, thank you very much for the follow, sir. What you're catching right now is the NNR Truck Series live from Darlington. They've got about 40 laps left here in the race. The 8 truck of Asbel, who you see right in front of the 88 here, he was able to take stage 1. The 00 of Blessed Hands won stage 2 with the 88 of Watt Racing running P2 there. And right now it looks like the 8 is pretty comfortable. Him and the 88 of Watt Racing are pretty much match for match with lap times. But please, sir, be my guest. Go on up and hit that subscribe button. Make sure you nail that notifications down so you know every time NNR goes live. Yeah, we're here tonight, but on Tuesday night we'll be back here at Darlington again with the NNR Xfinity Series. And then on today I get to hang out with the one and only HD Motorsports when we call the Cup Series. And yes, all 3 races are for the regular series championship. Right now, this guy right here, 88 of Watt Racing, he will wrap up the series, the regular season championship right here. Nobody even close in contention. But next week, all the get reset based on bonus points, and it's gonna get really close. The points difference between first and second in the Xfinity and first and second in the Cup Series is a whole lot closer. So definitely be sure to stay tuned. And hopefully we get to talk to you here. But man, don't be a stranger. And always happy to chat with somebody new here in the NNR streams. Grayson Dell, no, this is on the Xbox through NASCAR Heat 4. I've got the Xbox One, the Xbox Ones rather. But no, this is the NNR Truck Series. It's a 36-week community. This is the last race of the regular season next week. As you see down on the right-hand side, you've got next week's schedule. We kick off the trucks on Sunday, Xfinity on Tuesday, and the Cup Series on Thursday. And on the top, those are our 4 upcoming chase tracks. That's right, NNR does it a little differently. We're running 4 different types of tracks in each round of the chase this year. So you're going to have a speedway, an intermediate track, a short track, and a road course through all 3 sets of the chase. Anybody that wins the championship this year will have absolutely earned it. Nobody's going to walk their way into one. Going to keep through the field. 25 out of Alpha York, 33 at Trippy, Maine. There's a 00 of Blessed Hands, your stage 2 winner. With the 94 of King Outbreak right behind him. And I believe that's the 75 of Blessed Hands behind Outbreak. Speaking of Outbreak, I'll go ahead and grab a quick lap count from the guy. Again, let's take a look at the stream from King Outbreak as he comes across the line. Next time by. Here he is. So, yeah, King Outbreak rocking that 94 Aris truck. Looks like he's got a pretty good line. A little bit of wall contact there just to steal a little bit of the momentum. And as he came across the line, you see as well as I do, there are 31 laps left here in the final stage. And, they're going to race as hard as they can for those last 30 laps, see if anybody's able to pull anything on strategy or what they're able to do with it. Grayson, I believe that they do have this available on Steam, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, you're saying that you do have the game on PC, or I'm not quite sure. The first part of what you said, and then the second part kind of throwing me off there. Okay, gotcha. But yeah, Del, you're always welcome to chime in. You know, our Twitter handle Mine, 1975, is in the back there. If you followed last year's Pro League, you probably heard of HD Motorsports. He calls we get together to call the races on Thursday night. You're always welcome here, man. These guys put on a show each and every week. This is actually the least amount of trucks we've had on any given night. Pretty short field. Not a whole lot of people out there, I guess, like Darlington. I don't know. Or maybe some people just felt pretty comfortable in their points and didn't feel like they had to really give it a little bit more than the old college try to get up there. Nobody's going to catch Watt Racing. He will be crowned the regular season champion at the end of this race. After we interview the top three at the end, we'll go ahead and talk to old Bowling. He actually went on to win an earlier race, so he's feeling good right now. It looks like he's got a pretty fast hot rod. He's not too far off the pace that the 8 of Asbull has been setting. In fact, as we get back up to the front here, there is the 88. Looks like he's able to get by the 8 truck of Asbull. I'm going to go ahead and find them here pretty quick. And there you have it, ladies and gents. A brand new leader, 88, Watt Racing, in front of that 8. He's right where he wants to be. Again, he's going to lock up the regular season championship, so he will get some bonus points from that. But right now, he's thinking about this win. The win is even more points, so he's got to do everything he can. Looks like Bowling checking. Yep, looks like Bowling checking in, saying let's go Watt Racing. Pretty good duel right there, but looks like the 8. I'm not sure. I was trying to read the script there. Bowling. It's coming up in like a really dark blue. Couldn't quite read it. Looks like the 88 is going to go ahead and take his pit stop, and as he does that, I'm going to go back to the stream of King Outbreak and grab a lap count to see what lap the 88's pitting on right now, and see what that leaves. In the beginning of the stream, I mentioned that they can go about 29 laps on fuel, but not quite so much on tires. As you see, the 8 truck of Asbull really trying to get in. He knows that the 88 was fast, able to keep up with them there. He does not want to lose too much time to the 88 once he comes out on fresh tires. So, if he was able to go, I'm sorry, if you can go 29 laps on a tank of fuel, the tires, the best I've heard, someone was able to go about 26 laps. So with 24 laps in the race, he should be able to go all the way, but those tires are going to be screaming during those last few laps. But want to thank everybody that's here, everybody that's checking out the stream tonight. This is the regular season championship finale for the NNR Truck Series. Next week we head to Kansas. Sunday night we'll be right back here again with the trucks. Tuesday with Xfinity. Thursday with the Cup guys. And as you see on the top of your screen, those are the 4 chase tracks that are coming up: Kansas, Watkins Glen, Bristol, and the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. It's gonna be good. All right, let's find old Watt Racing. Looks like Shadowlack's wondering where he's at. Let's see. There he is. Watt and Asbull about a second ahead of the 88 right now. Now, Watt definitely had a long run truck. He, while Asbull pulled away earlier, the 88 was able to track him down. They're going to be very, very comparable on tires and on gas. These two, I think, are going to put a phenomenal show as we get further and further into the chase. After tonight, as I mentioned before, and it bears mentioning over and over again, all points are going to reset. Everybody's points will defer back to their regular season bonus points. Looks like a pretty big run here by the 88. Going to try to look underneath the 8. Not able to do it. Watt's going to be able to get to that bottom. The 8's going to run a little bit of a middle groove right there. But I'm going to guess they've got 15 to 20 laps left. Again, going to go ahead and check in with King Outbreak as he's coming across the start-finish line right now. Exactly 20 laps left to go. This is your main right here, the 8 and the 88. I'm going to kind of work my way around here, though. There's the 00 of Blessed Hands and the 94 of King Outbreak. Again, want to thank King Outbreak for allowing us to use his onboard for all of our race information. 75 old Fatless Dig. There's Outbreak. 5 a Little Tank and the 12 a Double J. You know, and guys, we're in the latter stages of April. Going to be coming up to May here pretty soon, Memorial Day. I want to, you know, in case I forget later on, or just bearing mention to everybody that's out there in chat right now, Double J is a United States Marine. So if you catch him around the track, or you want to send him something on Twitter or whatever, please. You know, once a Marine, always a Marine. I couldn't agree more. I actually just bought a couple of die-casts from a United States Marine Corps gunnery sergeant just yesterday. I bought a 29 Kevin Harvick, the black Bud car, and his number 29 yellow Pennzoil. So I'm a U.S. Air Force veteran as well, and yeah, I definitely appreciate anyone who's ever signed their name on the dotted line to old Uncle Sam. So don't forget to thank your veterans. Back to the Dyna Carroll. Looks like he got a little bit of a fight on his hands. Again, Carroll running the old Dale Jr. Gray Ghost scheme, and it looks like he did a pretty damn good job. Come across the line there, 16 laps to go. Speaking of 16, there's the 16 old bot plays. 90 of Papa Bear. There's back to the 8 of Asbel again with that 88 right in tow. Asbel is not skating away, and as we saw at the end of their last fuel run, the 88 definitely caught the 8 and was better on the long run. So we'll have to see if that plays out the same way. But tonight, these two are clearly the class of the field. 88 is giving it all he can. Maybe just trying to pressure Asbel just a little bit, try to force him into making a mistake. There goes the 17 of Spurl, ducking down, letting the leaders try to set amongst themselves. I'm still keeping an eye on King Outbreak streams. Keep up with laps so we know exactly what's going on. We will not miss the finale, as there we see a little bit of a battle there between the 90 of Papa Bear and the 8 of Asbel. 8 maybe made. There we go. A little bit of contact, but not too bad. It absolutely allowed the 8 to pull in just a little bit closer. 8's definitely washing up a little bit higher. 88's able to keep it pinned down right on that dotted white line. Here it is. A little bit of draft down the backstretch, heading into 3 and 4. 8's really deep. 88 able to keep it right in that middle groove. Back into gas, keeping in the draft of the 8. Again, 88 has a better long run car. I'm going to go ahead and get back to the stream info here. Let's see. Kamal, good to see you. Let's take a look. Shad Knights. Man, Shad, I don't know, buddy. Again, he met up with all the league admins, and they got things squared away. So we'll just leave it at that. But keep going. I'm gonna just kind of working my way through, see if there's anything else on the track. I do see that that tandem up for first and second between the 8 of Aswell and the 88 of Watt Racing. I'm going to get back up there. There we are now. There's the 8 and the 88. Again, the 88 right on that. Yep. Right on that tailgate. That's the word I was looking for. Of the 8. We'll have to see if he made any adjustments. It looks like the 51 Swats will come into play. Swats is going to go ahead and give the leaders all the room they need to go ahead and continue on to finish this race between themselves. I'm going to go ahead and grab us a lap count again. Again, big thank you to King Outbreak for allowing this. As he comes down the front stretch, grab us a lap count, and we are at 9 laps remaining. 9 laps, and you couldn't fit 9 cardboard boxes between these two. The 88's right there with the 8, not letting him get away. And you know what? I don't think it is all draft because they're running different lines. He's kind of, even though Watt is in the 8's dirty air, and this track is tight enough as it is, the 88 is really handling very well. 8's just able to keep him penned back. This is very much a one groove racetrack. But they're coming closer and closer to even more lap traffic. The 16 is going to pull down, let the leaders go. There should be one more up there that's going to do the same thing. I believe that's going to be the 9 of Carroll, rocking that Dale Jr. Gray Ghost scheme. Again, he did a great job on that. Still keeping an eye on the lap count as we got 7 laps remaining for the Truck Series regular season championship. Again, Watt has that in the bag. Aswell, even if he wins tonight, even if he had won both stages and the race, could not catch Watt. Watt has had a very consistent season, and he's going to try to close this up. And I think the 9 of Carroll is actually going to make the 8 pass him. He's not just going to lay over. Maybe this is the last car on the lead lap and doesn't want to be passed. Maybe he's in place for the free pass if the caution should come out. So the 9 of Carroll is going to make these guys race for it. Here comes the 9 of Carroll. He's going to actually dip down. 8's going to drop in right behind him. Here comes the 88. Those guys are going to try to pull the outside. Carroll might try to little bit of lock. Here comes the 88 of Watt Racing underneath the 8, but they're going to fall. He's going to fall back in line. They're going to pull under the 9 of Carroll. Now nose to tail, coming down this the front stretch. 88 had a little bit of a run there. Both of them now by the 9 truck of Carroll. 8 of Aswell still out front. 88 still right there. 9 really close in tow, so your series admin will have a bird's eye view of these final laps as they come down to 4 laps to go. 4 laps to go in the Truck Series regular season championship. Again, the 88 of Watt Racing will walk away with that. The 8 truck, if he wins this, will walk away with the most wins for the NNR Truck Series regular season. But hey, the real season is getting ramped up and ready to go. Watt sent out a tweet a while back when we were talking about points and competition levels and who the main players were going to be, and Watt says, "I ain't labor, come and get it." So I think these two, as you see them right now, they are going to be your main players as we start off the chase next week at Kansas. After Kansas, we're going to go to our second road course of the 2020 season at Watkins Glen, then back to the short track of Bristol, and then to the very flat Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Now after that, we're going to go from 16 cars and trucks down to just 12. So every stage of the 2020 chase will have 4 tracks. You're going to have a short track, a speedway, a road course, and then your intermediate track. Which, man, like I said, if you're going to win the championship this year, you're going to earn it. Look at this 88 all over the back bumper of the 8. Here comes the 88 down low on the 8 going into the corner. 88 going to make it stick. 8's going to wash up just a little bit higher than he probably wanted to. 88's going to have the line coming off. They're banging just like Kurt Busch and Ricky Craven did years ago. And gentlemen, what a finish! Congratulations, Watt Racing, not only winning the race tonight, but also not locking up the 2020 regular season championship. Hell of a job, guys. Woo! What a finish. Great finish. Just like Kurt Busch and Ricky Craven, right back here at Darlington. Amazing job. Amazing job. Watt got a hell of a run off the corner, able to get under the 8 and just pinched him all the way down the straightaway coming to the line. Perfect. Couldn't have scripted it any better. All right, I'm going to back out of that. Let's go ahead and wait for these 3 to come on up to the booth. We'll talk to the 3. Rowdy Burns, I couldn't agree with you more. Yes, he did, Lance. He absolutely just sent it. Rock, I couldn't agree with you more, man. All right. So let's go ahead and get back. I see Outbreaks in the booth. I see Asbel. Wade just waiting on the 88 of old Watt Racing. Well, I guess might as well go ahead and get things started with the Outbreak. How you doing, buddy?
I'm good, Pete. I mean, holy cow. I mean, it seemed like a hell of a finish, but I was too far back to even see it, so I'm not even complaining.
Man, it was an amazing finish, and I tell you what, if you go back and you watch it later, I thank you very, very much for streaming tonight. I use you as a reference many, many times. In fact, I figured out something here with OBS back a few weeks ago with Stout. I was even able to pull up your stream to show everybody exactly what your stream looked like. Love the cam, love the intensity in your face, the way you're checking, hitting all your marks, Man, you did your thing, and it showed. Congratulations on your P3 tonight, man. Tell us about your race. Tell us about how the track changed. You were definitely a top contender just about all night long.
Yeah, well, basically I didn't qualify that well. I mean, I had a bad feeling going into this race, actually. I didn't think I had like a top 5 truck. I thought I had like maybe top 10 tops. And then thanks to good teammates of mine like Parzival, Combat, and Exclusive, even though he lagged out, I feel bad about it. But I ran basically a setup that I just trusted from my teammates, and it actually really worked well. Like, I didn't have no complaints with it. I didn't really have to make any adjustments with it. I got P3 first stage, P6 second stage. I got stuck behind traffic, so I couldn't really get back up there for top 5. But other than that, I was really happy with how I was doing. I was hoping I could run down Asbel and Watt at some point, but I mean, they're just the best at this kind of stuff in trucks. And, Asbel with all the wins and Watt, previous champion. I mean, I'm still learning here. I'm trying to get used to this stuff still. So, I mean, congrats to Watt again, as I know he had a good finish too. He's been consistent really lately. I look up to him as somebody I want to beat every week and try to. It's just a really good night for me. I'm really happy with how everything turned out.
Man, you should be. like I said, I used you quite a bit. I brought your stream over and watched it right along with the rest of everybody out there in chat. I think at one point we were sitting at like 20, 22, which is pretty good considering the competition that we're going against tonight over in East Park. But um, man, it's a great way to wrap up the regular season. A strong truck, head over to Kansas, and we got the Glen, Bristol, and Indianapolis to be the first four tracks in the round of 16. What do you foresee happening here over the next couple weeks as we get deeper into the 2020 season and starting the chase?
I think I'm qualified for playoffs. I think already. I'm not sure though. Like I'll have to look at points and everything. But I'm really looking forward to doing this. Like this being my first season, and everything, and how these guys race me and how I race them. I just really enjoy racing around these people. And Kansas is a good one of my track. Is a good track for me. I'm a really big road course guy. I love doing the road courses. So road course is really my favorite. So Watkins Glen, plus that's my local home track too. I love Watkins Glen. Period. I mean, even because I'm a Chase Elliott fan and that's where he got first win and everything, I get it. But I mean, I love how this playoff system looks, and I'm really looking forward to it. But I'll see what happens. Hopefully, everything turns out for me in the end.
Well, you mentioned that you trusted your teammates with some info to get your truck ready for tonight. Go ahead and give them shout outs, man.
Yeah, of course. My best crew chief I've ever had, Combat. Can't do it without him. Parzival, one of my best teammates. One of my best friends. Exclusive. Bot Fusion. Cowboy Matt was in my stream. He's one of my best friends too. I know he's not feeling well lately, but hopefully he gets better and gets back soon. But basically all of NNR. Can't do it without you guys. Pete, I thank you very much for all the kind words you said about my stream and everything. Can't I really truly means a lot to me, and just basically that's it.
Well, man, I thank you, and I thank you for allowing us to kind of tag along with your stream tonight. Then I guess we switch it on over to the 8 truck of Asbel, finishing P2. How you doing tonight, buddy?
Doing pretty good. What's up?
Well, Asbel, talked to you a little bit earlier with when you were with Tremaine about what you were going to expect out of your truck tonight, and man, you were up there all night long. You won stage 1. I think you came in pretty close to stage 2. I think the double
Yeah,
O
I came
blessed
in
hands was
third in
able to
stage
grab that
two.
one. And then, man, that finish. Talk us through those last 5 laps between you and Watt Racing.
He just got back close to me. I had damage I couldn't fix on that last stop because I ended up somebody had bounced off the wall and I ran into him. I got a little bit of damage on the front nose, and I figured, if I'm gonna fix this, I'm probably gonna lose the lead. So I didn't fix it. So I had a damage out there, and I was surprised, how long it went. It was a good move by Watt. Good racing.
Yeah, it's a lot of great racing. Definitely noticed that Watt was able to keep up with you longer in that final stage. He was really right back there. We did see where a couple of lap cars came into play, but for the most part, they were really, really respectful and let y'all go. I saw where the 9 looked like he was trying to be the first car one lap down or did not want to be lapped, and that's definitely his prerogative to stay up there if that was the case. I mentioned it before, that paint scheme that he ran tonight, just like a bunch of y'all running the Dale Jr. and the Jimmy Johnson and a few others really, really looked good. I wish they were under the lights, not during the day, but man, after tonight, the points are going to reset. And I just asked King Outbreak what he thought about the upcoming tracks. Kansas, the Glen, Bristol, and Indy as being in the first round of the chase. What's your outlook as we start the 2020 chase?
Uh, it looks pretty good. I like all the tracks coming up. So, like I said, I just take one track at a time. We'll see how it goes. Repeat.
Well, man, I definitely appreciate it. Congrats on another top 3, runner-up position tonight. Any shout-outs? I know you got some guys out there.
Yeah, I like to thank NNR Trip and Alpha and Spurl. We all practiced a little bit this week.
All right. Well, again, congrats. And we'll move on over to the 88 of all Watt Racing. Not only tonight's winner, but also the NNR Truck Series regular season champ. How you doing there, Watt?
Pretty damn good. I've already pounded down a couple of shots of Fireball.
There, there you go, man.
Calm my nerves a little.
Well, you just heard me ask Asbel about those 5 laps. Man, you had me pounding, dude. Tell us about it. How did you know, or how did you plan to set up that last lap, last corner pass? Were you kind of measuring or judging what he was doing, where he was letting off the gas, where he was able to get back on the gas? Were you kind of just planning your attack, or was it just a spur of the moment? Hey, I got the grip, I got to go.
That whole last stage, I felt like the whole race. Obviously, Asbel led the majority of the whole race for sure, and I feel like the two of us kind of took off for a lot of it, and that's the goal for me. He's my main target, so I mean, I don't really care where everybody else is running right now. I just did a lot of practice, and I got something that I was really comfortable with, and luckily, as that whole last stage was running through, I knew that I was pretty much equal with him. So my main goal was just to stay focused in on him and hit my marks, not make any mistakes. I did not want to hit the wall or something and lose him, which inevitably that happened a few little times. But just hungry, man. I just wanted to make a statement. I knew. I told myself I'd relax going into this race, but I just can't turn it off and not try to go for the win and try to defend the championship. And, I take this very seriously. So just good racing. Hopefully there's no hard feelings there. I feel like that if I was a fan watching that in real life or even on the stream, I'd probably be freaking out too. That would look like it was I knew he had a run and then I had a run and I did a slide job, and it was just basically I knew I was with him, and then I knew I was gonna fucking dive it down. Sorry, sorry for cussing. I knew I was gonna dive it down into 3, and I about cleared him, and we kind of made contact, and then he had a little bit of a better run on exit, and I just threw the block, man. Just I knew we'd be beating and banging and coming to the line, and luckily it went to me. So just
Man,
passionate, wanted to win.
I tell you, and it showed, man. It was reminiscent of the Kurt Busch, Ricky Craven finale at right here at Darlington, man. You could not have done that or scripted it any better. It was a perfect ending. You had everybody in chat cheering for you, man. Buddy, that was a phenomenal finish. I'm sure that's going to be a clip of a few different people. HD Motorsports kind of told me about a couple of ways to do that here in OBS. I'm going to try my hand on it. I've actually got some time. I don't have work tomorrow, so man, go on back, clip it for yourself, and save it. Phenomenal win. You got a few more points to go towards your the reset of points next week when we head to Kansas. You locked down the 2020 regular season championship, man. Congratulations again.
Thank you very much. Yeah, just my main focus here for the rest of the season, I just got to be in the top 4 in points. I don't think that will be too big of a problem, and I just gotta win that last race at Atlanta. So, yeah, definitely an amazing day. I've had a couple wins today, and the regular season championship. This is why I work hard and try to do well, and this is extremely satisfying. So, very happy with the day.
Well, man, any shout outs from you? I'm sure that there have been a few people that have kind of helped you out, guided you, cheered for you, maybe even rooted against you, and it just gave you that much more oomph to try to get it out there on the track. Any shout outs from you, buddy?
Well, just everybody that I race against, and I just this whole thing, just doing this, doing league racing, and racing the best guys that are out there, and trying to focus on being the best, and just overcoming what I can, and that was a lot of fun, man. I'm glad that I put a fight to Asbel, and it's going to be a dogfight to the end, and I accept the challenge. I like the challenge, and I'm going to bust my butt to try to get another championship. So this is definitely something for the highlight reel, and I'll always remember this win too. Is good racing. So just thanks to everyone that I talk to or has anything to do with any of this stuff. So I guess I'll say that.
Just one last thing there. What I sent out a tweet about a week and a half ago talking about how close it's going to be between you and Asbel, and you said I ain't laying over. Bring it. Well, man, you brought it tonight. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. It's I'm gonna try to soak it in and enjoy it. We gotta get to
Uh,
work though next week.
yeah, next week it all that's where it all pays off, man. But as for me, guys, that's gonna be it for tonight. Don't forget, go on up and smash that follow, subscribe, and notifications button so you know when I go back live on Tuesday. I'll either have the one and only driver of the 35 in the Cup Series, Dan the Lawn Man, with me for the Xfinity race, or it could be the driver of the 18 now. It could be the one and only Amore Smoke to guide through or glide through or call the Xfinity race right back here from Darlington. We should have right about between 25 and 30 cars if the trend stays true. And then, of course, on Thursday with the Cup guys, I get to hang out with the one and only HD Motorsports to get that race in the books. But Kansas Speedway next week, 9 o'clock Eastern, right back here. The Truck Series kicks off their chase. It's going to be a great time. Until then, good luck, all you Pro League hopefuls. Go Rose. Go Jose. Go Dohar even. No, I'm just kidding. Good luck to all three of you. I'll catch y'all Tuesday night. Later.